small blade. Big history.
Grandpa carried that pocket knife every single day of his life. Sharpened sticks and cut old rope, carved his worries into hope. Used it in the cotton field, open feet and rusty seals. Sometimes fixing broken wire, sometimes feeding cooked fire. But there's stories in that blade nobody says out loud. That pocket knife seen blood and rain, seen hard men go insane, seen my grandpa lose his youth, working till he broke the truth. Tiny blade in overalls, still hanging by the hallway wall. Mama said one winter night Grandpa used it in a fight, protecting family, half-starved thin, against men stealing livestock again. Never spoke about that scar, just smoked alone beside the barn. Pain turns quiet after years, till silence sounds like fear. That pocket knife seen blood and rain, seen our men go insane, seen my grandpa lose his youth, working till it broke the truth. Funny how a little thing can hold the weight of suffering, like history trapped in steel, teaching wounds that never heal. That pocket knife still shines at night, like Grandpa trying to survive. And every scratch upon that blade marks the price our people paid.
Still remembers.
Daddy had one Sunday shirt load, Mama kept it clean and white, hung it dancing by the cotton every Saturday night. Weekdays smell like sweat and diesel, mud and tobacco leaves. But come Sunday morning shining, Daddy walked like country kings. Oh, that white shirt blowing proud, like a flag above the ground. Oh, men still can't wear the dignity when the world keeps pushing down. I was barefoot in the churchyard, watching pride behind the stride. Poor folks got no silver pockets, still carried mountains in their pride. Preacher yelling through the window, kids all whistle through the pine echoes deep through space and time. I was just a barefoot child, listening to that lonesome cry. Daddy sat beside the door, harmonica in his hands once more. Played along that mournful line, like he spoke with that train's mind. The whistle kept me dreaming, the roads I'd someday ride. But Daddy says, son, keep your feet down. Life ain't just the other side. Now I hear both sound together, steel wheels and blues entwined. That train kept rolling forward, same as this old life of mine. Years rolled fast like passing cars, left me carrying those scars. Now I sit where he once stayed, playing songs he used to play, and that whistle still called my name. Through the wind, through the rain, like a road I never leave, but still chase in memory. end up burned beside the cotton, still standing black and bare. I can smell that smoke from childhood floating heavy through the air. Daddy yelling through the firelight, Mama grabbed the little ones. Flames were dancing like the devil underneath that blood-red sun. That barn burned down our whole life, took near everything we owe. But poor folks learned to keep on walking even through the smoke alone. After that we slept in wagons, winter freezing through our bones. Daddy worked till both hands bleeding, trying hard to build a home. Now I stand among the mass shells, older than he was back then. Funny how the hurt stays living long after the fire ends. That bomb burned down our whole life, took near everything we own. But poor folks learned to keep on walking even through the smoke alone. Steel strings cut through silence, like rain against old tin. Bluesman lean into the darkness and let the night roll in. I admired you moan beside him, low and rough and tight, like every broken road he walked still burned inside the fire. Steel strings in a hard time, that's all he ever knew. A guitar and a harmonica, singing worn out blues. But every lonely melody kept his spirit alive. Those Delta songs kept beating like a heart that survived. motel signs. Still that old man kept on playing, like he was out running time. And when the whole world turned cold, music stayed beside him. A blues man never truly died, as long as those songs survive. Sheets out in the wind, same old dress with the stitches thin. Sunlight danced on the cotton white, thought she made poor days feel alright. Washed up water and aching hands, still she smiled through hard demands. Children laughing by the yard fence line, simple joy in a harder time. Mama, she's blowed through my mind like goes from sweeter times. Poor little house by the field road bend still lives where them white sheets dance. Daddy worked till his body broke, Mama kept fire beneath the smoke. Fed 5 miles through drought and rain, carried hope through every pain. Now them clotheslines long fell down, grass done swallowed all the ground, but every breeze through the evening pines feels like Mama's still nearby. Some women build homes from love alone, even when the cupboard near gone. Mama, I still see them sheets fly. Winter crept through the cabin cracks, Grandma lay that quilt across our backs, hand stitched slow through pain and years, thread hair wounds and hidden tears. Fire burned low in the rusty stove. Snow fell hard beyond the road. Still somehow we slept all right, wrapped in Grandma's love each night. Grandma's quilt by window time, soft old thread through the hard cold nights. Poor folks survive through simple things, love sewn deep in worn out strings. Years moved on and Grandma passed, but that old quilt still somehow lasts. Every patch and every seam carries old forgotten dreams. Cold winds shake my bones, I don't feel completely alone. Somewhere in them faded lines, Grandma still holds me tonight. Some people leave money behind, some leave warmth that outlives time. Still keeps me warm. Train whistle through the pine trees cry every night from the countryside. I lay awake in my little bed, dreaming roads stretch far ahead. Mama slept while the cold wind blew, Daddy worked till the daylight through. But my young heart burned like flame, wanted freedom without a name. That train 16 years with a canvas sack, bordered north and never looked back. Worked cheap jobs from town to town, learned how fast life knocks you down. Still some nights beneath the stars I hear that whistle from afar, like the past still calling me back through them old pine trees. A restless heart can't stay too long. Roads become where it belongs. That whistle still rolls through my veins. Daddy worked the Southfield all day long, bent so low his shadow looked gone. Sun so hot the ground cracked wide, still he kept that mule in line. I remember dirt beneath my nails, mosquitoes thick and rusty rails. Mama boiled beans in a black iron pot, trying to feed all we got. Daddy said, boy, life ain't fair. Then wiped sweat from his graying hair. Said you either pull or you break. That's the lesson the Delta makes. We hauled white cotton till our fingers bled, sometimes slept 3 deep in one bed. Storm clouds rolled like judgment calls, shaking our thin cabin walls. Our mother crying through the pines like sorrow riding railroad lines, and that slide guitar cut sharp and mean like a cotton gin machine. Every wrinkle in Daddy's face still lives in this worn out place, and every hard chord that I play carries those feels today. Mama in the kitchen for the daylight came, humming old gospel without no shame. Bacon crackling in an iron pan, coffee boiling for a working man. Radio buzzing soft and low, rain outside and the rooster crow. I was just a child in them sleepy clothes, safe in a world that heaven knows. Oh mama, you gave love with tired hands, little warm meals made a poor boy stand. Now every road that this old life brings still tastes like your morning thing. Daddy lays boots by the kitchen door, hard life waiting like the day before. Mama smiled through the bill stacked high, never once let her see her cry. Years move fast like a southbound train, now that house just echoes rain. But sometimes dawn breaks soft and gold, and I smell breakfast through the cold. Oh mama, you gave hope through the hardest years, fed our souls through dust and tears. Ain't no king with silver rain ever richer than your simple things. Lord, if heaven got a place for me, let there be biscuits and sweet black tea. Every morning in my dream. We crossed 3 counties with an empty tank. Mama soaked bread while Daddy robbed sleep from the bank. I was 12 years old beside Highway 9, learning survival 1 mile at a time. said, boy, don't trust easy smiles. Mama said pain makes stronger trial. Both of them worn like old barn wood, still somehow holding us good. The Delta sun burned holes through skin, but we kept moving through thick and thin. Harmonica crying by the roadside ditch, while Daddy tuned that old dobro pitch. Southbound with no money, northbound with no name. Life keeps dealing cards, but the blues still play the game. Mama prayed low through fever nights. Daddy cursed storms and union fights. I watched two tired souls survive, keeping broken dreams alive. Now every wrinkle carved in me came from roads I didn't choose to see. And every note this guitar moans comes from old forgotten homes. Yeah. Still creaks beneath my chair, but I hear those highway tires somewhere, still rolling through the Delta dust, with hunger, faith, and rust. Rainfall hard on a midnight town, Grandpa's old chair creaking slow now. How long I cried through the storm outside, slide guitar moaning low tonight. He tells stories by the yellow light about lost love and railroad nights. Said every man got scars somewhere, even if nobody cared. And the train rolled on through the rain, like memory riding through my veins. Porchlight dead, but the wind still hum. Sometimes when the thunder calls, I still hear him through it all. Old strings ring inside my head like conversations with the dead, and every note still feels alive, like he never said goodbye. Some ghosts don't haunt with fear, some just sit beside you here, in old songs and summer rain, and late night railroad trains. That train still rolls through the dark, carrying Grandpa's broken heart, and every storm that finds my soul brings his blue back home.
Came back home on a winter bus, small town quieter than it was. Dust blows slow across the yard, everything felt cold and dark. Then I saw by the old front door Daddy's work boots like before, mud still dried along the side, like he just stepped out tonight. Those old shoes by the door ain't walking anymore, but every crack and every stain still carry all his pain. Mama cried while the heater hum, TV glowed but the sound gone numb. Grandpa's blues still on cassette, playing low through cigarette breath. I touched leather worn and thin, thought about the man inside them, every mile, every sacrifice hidden in those old work lines. smallest things can break a heart in ways unseen. Not the grave, not the church bell sound, just empty boots on the ground. Those old shoes by the door, still waiting like before. Every night I pass him by, feels like saying goodbye.
I was 10 beside the river, skipping stones through muddy streams. Asked my daddy why men suffer, why good folks lose their dreams. He just stared across the water, sun sinking low and red. Said, boy, life don't hand you answers, most get learned inside your head. Now I rock here on this porch at night, moon hanging soft in pale blue light. Years gone by like runaway trains, still got questions in my veins. Worked those fields through heat and winter, hands grew rough and spirit warm. Watched my mama hide her cry every cold and hungry morn. Back then I thought grown men knew things, like the preacher always said. Now I know we're all just guessing till we lay our worried heads. Mold that Simone through Delta pines, like old ghosts from another time. Life keeps rolling like wagon wheels, teaching truths too deep to feel. Now these gray hairs tell the truth, they just borrowed from our youth. Still that river softly remains, and those questions in my veins.